Will you give me a break? I live
Well, I asked you. I'm not the one.
Brother, can you give me a break?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Well, you shouldn't be drinking and driving. That's...
No, I'm 2 blocks away from home.
So that makes it okay?
Yeah, it does. So,
A 75-year-old man. A parking lot. An unmarked police car parked right beside him. What he did next and what he said afterward changed everything.
will you give me a break? I live
Well,
2 blocks
I asked
away
you.
from...
I'm not the one.
Brother, can you give me a break?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Well, you shouldn't be drinking and driving. That's...
No, I'm 2 blocks away from home.
So that makes it okay?
Yeah, it does. Bro, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, bro.
Can you not give me a DUI? I'll buy you guys coffee. I didn't do anything wrong. I apologize to you.
Are you good to drive?
Pardon me?
Are you good to drive?
Yeah, well, I live 1 block away from here.
Okay, well, you're stumbling around and you can't find your car.
No, I live 1... The thing of it is, my sister's disabled. I have to go and take care of her.
Okay.
Sure, I apologize.
Do you have a license?
Yes, I do.
You got it on you? You been drinking today?
No, I haven't. Sure, give me a break.
Well, I don't want you to hurt
No,
yourself.
I live 1 block away from you.
Dude, I don't want you to hurt yourself.
No. Will you give me a break?
Well, let me see your
God
driver's
bless you.
license. Let me see your driver's license.
God bless you. Give me 1 break. Can God give me 1 break?
And you weren't drinking today?
No.
What's your driving record like?
What?
What's your driving record like? Is it clean?
16 years ago, I had a bad license.
Okay.
Will you give me a break, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see what I can do.
Give me a break. Sir, I have a girl.
Relax.
It's
It's
been
a white
16
male.
years.
He's having a hard time finding his car, and stumbling around.
Sir, it's been 16 years since I had a violation.
Okay.
My sister is...
Can you tell me what the DR is like? What did you have to get at Mark's?
Food for my brother. He's got dementia.
Yeah. So explain why you're stumbling around and you can't find your car, and you smacked my car.
Sir.
Okay. And are you supposed to be driving afterwards?
No. You got 1 hour before you drive.
And when did you take him?
About 30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago?
Yeah.
And then you're not supposed to drive an hour after?
Yeah. Sir, I live 1... Would you give me a break, please?
I don't... What's your... You ever had a DUI or anything?
Yeah, I have 3 of them.
You have 3 of them?
But that was 16 years ago.
That was the last one, 16 years ago? Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you take off your glasses?
Are you going to give me a DUI?
I don't want to give you a DUI, but I'm going to check to make sure you're okay, so you can maybe keep
Well, this
driving.
guy is a lazy eye.
Okay. Hey, you're not even, like, watching my pen. And
I have a lazy eye.
Can I be honest with you? Are you going to be honest with me?
Yes.
You smell like booze.
Well, yeah, you have to understand.
So now what?
Will you give me a break? I live
Well,
2 blocks away from here.
I asked you what you were doing, and you lied to me.
No, I'm not lying to you.
Well, I
Could
can
you
smell
give me a break once in a while?
I smell booze on you.
I can't live like this. I have to take care of a sister.
I'm asking you a question, and you're completely going around it.
No. I have a sister that's...
I'm not asking about your sister.
All right.
Go ahead. What am I asking you, though?
You're asking me if I'm drunk.
No, that's not what I asked you.
What are you asking me?
Okay, I told you that I can smell booze on your breath.
Well, I had 1 beer.
Okay, now we're having 1.
There you go.
You lied to me.
That's it.
You were lying to me.
No. You have to understand something. It was my friend's birthday. I had 1 beer with him.
Okay, where at?
Over on,
Okay, what time was that?
that was about an hour ago.
Okay, and then what kind of beer did you have with them?
A Budweiser. That's it.
1 Budweiser?
That's it.
Okay.
And I haven't drank for 16 years. What?
Put your keys on top of your car. Put your wallet back in your pocket.
You're going to take me in jail, don't you?
I don't want to take you to jail, but I got to make sure that you are decent enough to drive.
I live 2 blocks away from
I understand that. I heard what you said. Okay, put your wallet in your pocket.
Oh, okay. I live 2 blocks away from here, sir.
I heard what you said.
Can you give me a break?
Can you stand off your car? Stop leaning on it. Okay, stand with your feet together.
I'm gonna walk.
Put your hat on top of your car. Your hat. Take your hat off. There you go. Put your glasses on top of your head. There you go. Stand with your feet together and your arms down at your side. Okay, Robert. I guess you're not gonna follow along with the instructions, so I'm gonna have you do something else. Okay?
What?
So face that.
Walk the line?
Yeah, face that way, all the way up to 30, or I instruct you to stop. Yeah.
Are you serious?
I am serious. So hold on.
2005. I can't do this. You have to understand, sir. I have no deliberation.
You know what?
I'm 75 years old.
Okay.
I can't do this.
Okay. Do me a favor. Put your hands behind your back for me.
Oh, you're gonna?
I am gonna take you to jail. You're being placed under arrest for OBI. Okay. Operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol.
On August 22nd, 2025, Robert drove while impaired, struck an unmarked police vehicle with an officer inside, and then asked to be let go. This footage presents 4 legal questions: whether probable cause existed without a chemical test, whether pre-arrest statements are admissible, whether the breath test refusal carries evidentiary weight, and whether Miranda protections were honored post-arrest. Robert's initial denial of any alcohol consumption and his subsequent admission to 1 beer were both made voluntarily during a pre-arrest investigative stop. Under Berkemer versus McCarty, a roadside traffic stop does not constitute custodial interrogation. Miranda warnings are not required at this stage. Robert was free to remain silent. He chose not to. Every statement he made before arrest, the denial, the admission, the medication disclosure is fully admissible at trial. Robert admitted to consuming alcohol and taking impairing medication 30 minutes before driving, acknowledging he was not supposed to drive for an hour afterward. Under Illinois versus Gates, probable cause is evaluated under the totality of the circumstances. The officer had 7 independent indicators: the vehicle collision, observed stumbling, inability to locate his own car, the odor of alcohol, a false denial followed by an admission, a self-disclosed medication impairment, and an incomplete field sobriety battery. Under Dunaway versus New York, that foundation supports a warrantless arrest without a breathalyzer reading. The walk and turn test was discontinued when Robert, age 75, claimed physical inability to comply. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration recognizes that age-related balance disorders can produce false positives on standardized field sobriety tests. The horizontal gaze nystagmus test was separately interrupted by Robert's claim of amblyopia. A competent defense attorney will challenge both results. The prosecution's probable cause case does not depend on the field sobriety test battery, but incomplete testing weakens the evidentiary record.
Because I touched you?
Oh.
Because I touched your car?
Well, there's more than that.
What is it?
I mean, that didn't help.
I live 2 blocks away.
First of all, you forgot where you parked.
No,
you're stumbling around. Stop.
You don't know where you parked here?
Actually, I do. You're stumbling around.
All right.
You lied to me about drinking, and I know you've been drinking.
I had 1 beer. That's it. I'm not used to
Let go of your finger.
I am not used to drinking.
Let go of your finger.
Oh, God. I have to touch your car. If I didn't touch your car, I'd be free.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
possibly,
what it is.
But...
Are you a rookie?
Do I look like a rookie?
Yeah.
No, I've been doing this for 16 years, brother. That's why...
I have no money.
I'm not looking for money.
You know what's cost me now?
That's your problem, brother. I'm not the one...
Brother, can you give me a break?
No.
Oh, damn it. I stopped to get my brother something to eat and my sister something to eat, and I'm dead.
Well, you shouldn't be drinking and driving.
No, I'm 2 blocks away from home.
So that makes it okay?
Yeah, it does.
It does? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it does.
I've never heard of that in my entire career.
First of all, you don't want to help me.
Why do I have to help you?
No, you don't.
Why do I have to help you?
You wouldn't let me go. I don't have anything on me.
I'm supposed to help you out because you decided to drink and drive. My responsibility.
I touched your car. That's it. That's all I did was touch your car.
Well, should you be touching my car?
No, but
well, you touched the wrong car. It sucks for you today.
All right.
You lucked out.
All right. Okay. I have to call my cell phone because I got to call my nephew.
Is it in the car?
No.
Where's your cell phone?
My cell phone's in my car.
All right. You want me to get it? Hold on. Let me lock those cuffs.
Because I got to call my family out.
Cuffs, so.
Because I ain't going to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurt me unbelievable. My wrist would kill me.
You're sitting on them so that it doesn't...
No, I'm not sitting on them. You couldn't give me a break, could you?
I told you, I can't. I'm not allowed to get breaks.
I'm 2 blocks away.
I heard you like the 8th time you said that to me, but...
Well, you won't give me a break because that's your job.
It is. Everything's recorded that we do.
Yeah, right. I'm not... Oh, you have to understand what's going to cost me now. You have to understand what's going to cost me now.
Are you hooking a car?
Because I touched your car.
Is good? Is that better?
I touched your car.
I know, that's my baby, man. You can't touch that thing. You're driving around hammered. I mean, you're driving around drunk. Does that make it okay?
Well, I deserve this. We're good.
All right.
Hold on. Oh, God. This is hard. Hold on. This is hard. Okay, I got it.
Good? But watch that curb.
Yeah,
You're going to the left. Follow the
yellow line. Bro, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, bro.
Can you not give me a DUI? The one thing you can't give me.
Let's see what...
Could you do me a favor?
I'm going to try.
All right. Anything but a DUI. I have to... I buy you guys coffee because you deserve it. I buy you guys coffee.
You do?
Yeah, always. When you're in line in front of me, I buy you guys coffee. I have to take care of my sister and brother.
I
They'll go in the nursing home if I don't care.
Can we...
They'll go in the nursing home if I don't care. He's 84, she's 70, she's got cancer, she's on oxygen.
Okay.
They depend on me.
I understand that, but can we...
There's no way to take care of them.
Can we just go through this, and then once we're done with all the...
Can you give me anything but a DUI?
I can't...
Something, but not a DUI.
Okay. If you refuse to take our test, it's a 1-year suspension.
Oh,
okay.
If I take the test,
yeah. And you blow...
I'm charged with a DUI?
As of this moment, yes.
How do I get out of DUI?
What do you mean how?
I didn't do anything wrong. I just touched your car. That's all I did.
Well, we're a little bit beyond that, Robert.
No, I'm asking you, sir. Sure.
Go ahead, ask me.
I touched your door.
Yeah, you did. I know you did.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Is that something that you normally do? Is touch people's car? Okay, so there's clue number 1. Clue number 2 is clue number 2 is when you come outside after you run into the store real quick. Do you not remember where you parked?
Sure.
You weren't in there very long.
You go to the parking lot, you don't know where you parked. You look for your car all the time. Everybody knows that. You look for your car.
Maybe if I'm in the store for like a really long time.
Everybody has the color of my car, so I have to look for it.
Okay. Well, what about when you open your passenger door and you stumbled? What about when you opened up your passenger door and you like stumbled into the car?
I just stumbled. You have to understand, sir. I have 1 beer. That's it.
Okay. Well, maybe 1 beer's 1 too many.
Well, I live 2 blocks away from where you did.
You keep saying that you live 2 blocks away, but like that doesn't make it okay.
How far? Look at your papers. How far do I live? Sure.
But that...
Please don't give me a DUI. My sister is 70 years old. She's on oxygen.
Well,
And
hey, this
84, and he's got dementia.
I know you told me all this.
I have to take care of them.
I know.
They don't have anybody. If I don't take care of them, they're going to the nursing home.
Okay, well, we're gonna try to get you. We don't want you to go to jail. We're gonna make sure you get home.
I have to take care of them.
I know, but we have to go through a process. So part of our process is offering you a breath test. So this officer. She's gonna set up the machine. Do you want to take it or no?
I can't breathe. I have a problem breathing. I have asthma.
I didn't ask you.
I can't go into anything because I have asthma.
It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay.
I have asthma.
So we'll mark it down as a refusal, okay?
Implied consent statutes deem any driver on public roads to have pre-consented to chemical testing upon a lawful DUI arrest. Robert refused the breathalyzer, citing asthma. Under South Dakota versus Neville, that refusal does not violate the Fifth Amendment, and the refusal itself is admissible at trial as consciousness of guilt. The resulting administrative license suspension is separate from criminal prosecution and runs concurrently with it. Once formally arrested, the Fifth and Sixth Amendments attach. Miranda versus Arizona requires advisement of the right to silence and the right to counsel before custodial interrogation. No Miranda warnings appear in this footage. Robert continued making statements post-arrest about his drinking history and prior convictions without an on-camera advisement. If post-arrest questioning proceeded without Miranda, those statements are suppressible. This is the prosecution's most significant procedural vulnerability.
What does that mean?
So for a refusal, like I said, with the no priors within 10 years, it's a 1-year suspension.
If I take it?
If you take and you blow at or over, it's a 90-day.
I have 1 year. I'm not used to this.
I can't.
I had a beer for in 10 years. I haven't had a beer.
Well, you had a beer today, so you can't keep saying that you said 10 years and not.
You're not going to do me any good. You're going to give me a DUI.
First you said 16 years and now you're saying 10 years.
Well, it's been 16 years. But I had a beer 10 years ago. With my brother, we had half a beer.
Okay, well then you had one today.
But that was 10 years ago.
Well, that's true.
Last time I drank was 16 years ago.
All right, well, those streaks are over.
Pardon?
Those streaks are over. You started a new streak, so.
Why are you doing this to me?
What do you want me to do, man? Everything we do is recorded. Like.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You did, though. That's the problem.
I touched your car. That was it.
I know, and you touched the wrong person's car.
I barely touched your car. I barely touched your car. My door opened and I touched you.
The officer receives a B+. The arrest rested on a legally sound, multi-factor probable cause analysis, and the officer maintained composure throughout a prolonged and emotionally taxing encounter. He accurately advised Robert on implied consent consequences. The one procedural concern is the apparent absence of on-camera Miranda warnings before post-arrest questioning and omission that exposes the prosecution to a suppression motion. Robert receives a C. He did not physically resist arrest, and his asthma claim may have merit in an administrative license suspension hearing. However, Robert made a decisive legal error. He did not remain silent. He denied drinking, then admitted to 1 beer. He disclosed medication timing unprompted. He provided contradictory drinking histories, 16 years, then 10, then a half beer with a brother. Each statement is admissible. The Fifth Amendment right to silence was available at every point. Robert never invoked it. The governing lesson here is precise. Proximity to home is not a defense to driving under the influence. It has no legal recognition in any United States jurisdiction. And repeating it 11 times did not change that. More critically, a suspect in a pre-arrest investigative stop bears no obligation to answer questions. Under Doyle versus Ohio, silence cannot be used against a defendant at trial. Every incriminating statement Robert made was voluntary, pre-Miranda, and will be placed before a jury. The right to remain silent exists for exactly this situation. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.